From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Pony Express NASCAR for Amateurs Truck Series. It is the Round 7 race here at Kentucky Motor Speedway. We are going through qualifying right now. It's been a very interesting day, to say the least. As you can tell, Matt is not here, but I do have one of my close friends over from Revline Racing helping me out. That is Mike Robinson. Mike, how you doing, pal?
Doing good, man. I'm ready to call this race at the beautiful Kentucky Speedway.
So, have you ever raced here, pal?
I have. It's a very fun track. Not a lot of banking like most mile and a halfs that we have, like Kansas and Las Vegas. We are at a D-shaped oval just like Las Vegas, but with less banking. So this is going to make for a very, very, very fun race tonight.
Yeah, and this is obviously after the configuration, so, tires are still going to be an issue even on this newer surface. But man, I'm really excited for tonight. I am running the show with you. It should be a lot of fun. And we're pretty much getting through qualifying here. We got maybe about a minute or two left. I'm going to check on that now. But dude, how you doing? I know there's a lot of stuff going on with Revline, so tell us about yourself. Tell everybody, who you are.
I'm the team road lead over at Revline Racing. Do a lot, and I mean a lot, of road racing. So, and it's endurance racing mostly in the GT cars. We do have aspirations to go run the iRacing Indy 500 this year. We got me on a full schedule for NIS as well, when I'm not doing any kind of endurance racing. So it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be fun.
Sounds like it, dude. I like Revline. You guys are a bunch of, a really good group of guys, and I'm happy to be a part of it. Currently watching Quentin Chambers run around the track right now. He seems to be the only car out there for the time being. Checking on his lap times. But last lap was a 31.5. Not bad, but the pole sitter right now looks to be Mark Dillon at a 31.1.
1-0. It's looking like, actually 31.077. See, what a
not in order
down here.
Ha! All right, we got about 3 minutes left in qualifying. Any any thoughts on the Kentucky Speedway? I know NASCAR doesn't come here anymore. Kind of sucks because I really enjoyed some of the racing. I remember, what's his name? Drives the 41.
Brothers having one of the Bush brothers.
No, not the Bush brother.
No. Cole Custer.
Cole Custer going
Cole
over
Custer,
the grate and actually getting airborne. That was awesome to watch.
Oh, that was. I forgot about that. But honestly, one of my favorite races of all time that took place in Kentucky just so happened to be the battle between Kurt and Kyle Busch. And boy, did Kurt ever save that car coming off of 4 coming to the line, man. I thought Kurt was going to lose it and put him and Kyle into the wall. We were going to have an all-star race kind of confrontation again, but we didn't. It turned out to be a really, really good hard race.
Well, I mean, that would have been interesting, huh?
No. I could do another Kyle Busch, Kurt Busch family squabble again. That one was hard to deal with.
Well, as everybody can see on the screen, we are at the Kentucky Speedway for the NASCAR for Amateurs Truck Series race. 83 degrees. The dew point looks to be just hovering around 50%. We're cloudy, so that means, a lot of grip. That sun is probably going to not show its face. A little wind, 7 miles an hour. The track length is looking to be at a 1.46 because I had to find it. Oh, the track temp is at 104. That's kind of weird.
It's gonna believe it or not, it might be a little bit slick out there.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked because they said it shows that it's cloudy, but it might go down throughout the race. The race is set for noontime, so.
Okay.
Dude,
I'm
excited for this, pal. I'm happy you were able to join me tonight.
Oh, I'm glad to be here. This is actually my first big league broadcast. So this is my first bigger league broadcast and my debut for a bigger league. So I'm actually ready for it. I've been up in the booth a couple of other times before, and it was just for smaller leagues, and I enjoyed it. And now here we are.
Yeah. The last couple weeks, these guys have been putting on one heck of a show. They are going to skip the heat race because they do not have more than 44 vehicles or 40 vehicles. So we're just going to have like a quick, I think, 5-minute warm-up, and then we'll, get at her. We'll start gridding, and we have 100 laps of fun around the Kentucky Speedway.
Yeah, it looks like we are going straight to the race. We are not going to have the warm-up.
Oh, there we go. I like that. That works.
Now, a little fun fact about this place.
Yep.
You definitely do not want to be on the bottom of the track. You want to be at least a lane to a half lane off the bottom around here because it does not like people being on the bottom that much. So we might see a bunch of these guys running anywhere from a lane off the bottom to maybe about the middle of the track.
Well, we're looking through our starting order right there. It is Mark Dillon going to sit on the pole. Stephen Thompson, Kyle Purcell, Matthew Johnson, your top 4. Mackenzie Johnson, your top 4. Keith Williams, Jess Chambers, Timothy Emanuele, Zachary Nurnberger, Clinton Chambers, Marvin Clay, your top 10. And while I continue to try to figure out how to extend that. Nope. Come on, give me everybody else.
I'm so sorry. I was in the middle of coughing when I was doing that. 11th place, Sean Purcell. 12th place is Daniel. How do you say that name? Is that known?
Keown.
Okay. Sorry about that, Daniel. I did not mean to butcher your name like that. Then we got Zach Purcell sitting in 13th. Anthony Williams sitting in 14th. Sean Atkins, 15th. Jay Smart, 16th. Adrian Garcia Vigil in 17th. Garth Snyder in 18th. Nami Lee in 19th. And then Richard Hurst rounds out your top 20.
Timothy Dwartz is going to be 21st. Terry Bauman, 22nd. And William Hogan is rounding out the field, sitting shotgun. and 23rd. All right, are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready, big man. I'm ready to see what these guys here at Pony Express can do.
Ding, ding, ding.
Pace
ding.
car is off.
The following contest scheduled for one fall. Here we come. 2 green. Leader has control.
Green
Not leader
flag,
has
green
control.
flag.
Green flag has control. Excuse me.
Green flag is in the air.
And here we go. As they pass the start finish line, going into turn 1. It looks like they're almost going to try to put it 3 wide. There's the 112 of Mackenzie Johnson about to shoot the middle there. But Mark Dillon going to sit really good in first place. Got a battle for second, dude. Nice launch by Mark Dillon, right?
Oh, it was a beautiful launch by Mark Dillon. We got a couple of guys. We got a battle for third going on here. One at the top, one at the bottom. Can't really tell who that is. Give me 1 second. Looks like it's going to be Kyle Purcell, I think. Up there for third and fourth. I'm sorry, Mackenzie Johnson and Stephen Thompson battling for third and fourth.
There you go. And it looks like throughout the rest of the field, we are going pretty much not side by side, single file. Outside of course, for Purcell trying to get past Zach and Nuremberger. But battle for the lead.
Oh, we might have it. This battle for the lead might see us going 3 wide into turn 1 after we cross the start finish line. Oh, here they go.
Mackenzie Johnson going to come right in behind Mark Dillon. Kyle Purcell's going to stick around the outside. Everybody's running the bottom. Are you kind of surprised by that?
I'm very surprised by that, but this is a long race, and once those tires start falling off, you're going to see guys running about a lane up. As we see from Mark Dillon, he is running that little seam right there, about a half lane off the bottom in turn 3.
And this is allowing Mark Dillon to just pull away. Dillon putting a little bit of a gap there. Looks like 0.3 seconds ahead. Mackenzie Johnson clips the apron.
Yeah, and it looks like we're going to have a try for third here. And he backs off, tucks it back in. And Mark Dillon, there he goes, pulling away again, coming out of turn 4.
Here comes Kyle Purcell. He's under fire from Stephen Thompson. Stephen Thompson takes the position. Here comes the 581. That's Jess Chambers making the pass on the inside as well. Right behind them, there's another battle. That's Timothy Emanuele getting underneath the 401 of Keith Williams. A lot of passing going on. They're really going for it.
I've noticed they are getting aggressive right here at the start. I like it, but let's just hope they come back tonight. So far, it's really, really nice and clean, really tight racing going on up here throughout the entire field, actually.
Oh, this whole league is nice and clean.
Looks like we got a 3-car battle back here. Let's see who this is, actually. Looks like we got a nice little battle going on here for 10th, 11th, and 12th.
That's Sean Purcell, Quentin Chambers, and Zach Purcell.
Now, I don't know if Sean and Zach are related, but it looks like they are.
All the Purcells in this race are related.
Well, all the Purcells are related, and I'm guessing all the Chambers are related as well.
I do not know that.
Well, we'll find out as time goes on tonight. We'll find out. Oh, looks like Clinton Chambers kind of blinked just slightly. we got a nice little battle going on here mid-pack as well. Let me go in here and actually see who we are looking at.
It's like Anthony Williams in the 33 and the 5. The 33 and Anthony Williams in the 5. And then right in front of them, that's the 66, Sean Atkins and Jace Martin, 864 on the street. A little side-by-side action right there. We are really spreading out.
And it looks like Nami Lee is making trying to make the moves on Timothy DeSwartzy. I can't say his name. The 47, DeSwartz, okay. It's looking like Adrian and Timothy are going to be fighting for a lead, or fighting for a spot here with Nami Lee trying to look through the middle.
Now, we've seen a lot of passing so far, 12 laps into this race. I'm really not shocked with what this league puts on, but Kentucky is not known for a lot of passing.
You're right, it's not. It's definitely one that you want to keep your momentum up on. It's definitely one you want to keep your momentum on. No, we got two rows here side by side, looking for a spot.
Stephen Thompson had a really good run coming out of turn 4. I kind of thought he was going to get to Mackenzie Johnson for second place, but right behind him, Jess Chambers, Kyle Purcell.
This is actually shaping up to be a good battle here between Jess Chambers and Kyle Purcell. They've been side by side for the last 2 laps already, and it's looking like Jess Chambers is going to make it work on the outside now. Oh, here we go. We're going 3 wide into turn 4.
Only took 13 laps.
Only took 13 laps, but he got it done, and we got clean through with a 3 wide.
I want to thank everybody for joining us here tonight on Extreme Spin TV. It's Friday night. This is a nice night. This is the Pony Express NASCAR for Amateurs Truck Series, Round 7 at Kentucky. Your leader right now is Sheriff Mark Dillon, followed by Mackenzie Johnson, Stephen Thompson, Timothy Emanuele, and rounding out the top 5 is Jess Chambers. I'm AJ Capola of Nerds Doing Nerd Things at Extreme Spin TV. In the booth with me tonight, it is Revline Racing's GT driver, NASCAR driver, and pretty damn good guy. It's Mike Robinson. I can't thank you enough for being here 15 laps in.
It's fun. I'm enjoying it. This is a good night off not to race, and actually getting to sit up in the booth and actually watch and call a really good race so far. And it looks like this front pack has actually started to separate, and Mark Dillon is just checking out from second place, and second on back is going to be a close one. Mark Dillon, like I said, he just gets that run out of turn 4 like nobody's business. And we almost had a change of position for second place. Mackenzie Johnson and Stephen Thompson are actually taking it to each other.
Yeah, do you think this is allowing Mark Dillon to just pull away? It's a really good battle to see, and I just want to let you know, out of the last couple races, Mark Dillon, I think, has won 2 out of the last 4 races.
Wow, so he's actually on a decent win streak.
Yeah, he's doing really good.
And back to what I was saying about this place, and as the run goes on, these tires will fall off. With what Mark is doing, I noticed in turn 4 on that last lap, he was running the high line instead of running right there on that seam. It's looking like he's trying to save what tires he can and cool them tires down.
I mean, it sounds like a good idea, don't you?
Hey, like I said, you want to have all the tires you can going into your your first round of green flag pit stops, which I'm hoping we see quite a bit tonight.
I would not be surprised if we did. It happens to all the time.
Oh, so it's it can be a caution-free race.
Yeah, we've had a couple races with one or two.
Well, that's not bad. That makes for some good broadcasting, now, doesn't it?
It does. It does, and usually means I need to keep a drink standby so I can take a sip every now and then. Looks like battle for fourth right now. Kyle Purcell and Mackenzie Johnson. Mackenzie Johnson backing up just a little bit.
You can throw a blanket on these 6 trucks right here. Oh, and Mackenzie Johnson gets a little bit loose coming off of turn 2 that allows Kyle Purcell to sneak up underneath. Oh, we got one into the wall, and he saved it. And that was Mackenzie Johnson up into the wall. And it doesn't look like there's too much damage to that 112 truck of Mackenzie Johnson. It just looked like it scraped just a little bit. But it was enough to kill his momentum on the pack that he was racing with. Hopefully we can see him catch back up. Oh, and it looks like we had our own Extreme Sim TV post in the chat. What's going on, guys? I don't know if that was you or if that was...
No, that was not me. That is the owner of Extreme Sim TV. That is Matthew Johnson. Hey, dude, sorry for the loss in the close family friend stuff. Sucks that you can't be here, but it's good that you're with the people you need to be with. I will see you later tonight, pal.
And I will go ahead and say this myself. Matthew, my condolences, big guy. Hope everything goes well for you. And we'll hold it down up here in the booth for you, man.
Yeah. We 100% will. Currently just watching Mark Dillon just put a waxing on the field right now.
Actually see how far ahead he actually is on... Oh, it seems like we had somebody up here in the broadcast booth. Didn't even know it.
No, there was no ramp here.
Oh, there wasn't? I thought I heard somebody join in. I guess that was just me tripping then.
You're just going crazy.
No, I guess I was, wasn't I? Now, I can't bring up any of the... to see how far behind he is, but it's looking...
Like 2.6.
The yellow flag is out.
Yeah, oh, we got a big yellow. Let's go and find out what happened here.
Jay Smart gets loose coming out of turn 2. Let's see what happens. He's going down the back stretch. He already has a lot of damage. Might have to go back a little bit further.
It looks like he might have actually gotten bumped. Oh.
Yep.
Yep, it looks like he just got...
Oh, there it is.
Looks like he just got bumped on that left rear quarter panel.
Looks like he came down on 88 and he saved it. Very good save, but got him well knocked out of the way. 66 is Sean Atkins. I say 66 or 88. I'm going
it
back
might have been
again.
the 66. It actually looks like it might have been the 66 that got Adrian.
No, it was the 88. It was Garth Snyder that got into Jay Smart and kicking him sideways like he was trying to be Ken Block.
Oof.
But we are under caution for the first time, and everybody, and I mean everybody, is hitting pit road tonight. The 401 goes through his pit box just a little bit.
Well, we kind of expected that. I kind of expected this early on, that we would have some rounds of yellow flag stops, and I'm really surprised that everybody came down. You don't normally see that in the in any of the officials. You'll see guys staying out for a few more laps, but I'd say a good 25 lap run before the caution came out. Seems about on par for needing to get new tires, especially with the track temp being 106. It's actually gone up 3 degrees since the start of the race.
Of course it did. Prove me completely wrong. It's just like everybody else in my life. All right, well, while we're under caution and just finished with pit stops, we're going to go to a quick commercial break, and then we'll be right back for the restart.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for sticking with us after that commercial break. Had a little surprise guest in the booth. That was the owner, Matthew Johnson. So we cut over to a commercial to talk to him. He's doing pretty good. He's going to be back tonight for the Sim 500. But, oh, dude, Mike, what an awesome race we have had so far. What are your thoughts as we're about a half a lap away from going green?
This is phenomenal. This is probably some of the best racing I've seen in quite a while, being in a broadcast booth and not having to do any admin duties. This is actually really, really fun to watch.
Well, that pace car in just a little bit is going to be taking that immediate left turn onto pit road, and we are going to see our first restart of the night.
Oh, and we got a stack up here at the back. Oh no, we may not be going green.
Green.
Oh no, well apparently
we're
still
going green.
Mark Dillon with another good launch. If he can keep doing what he's doing, protect those tires, it's going to be really good. Timothy Emanuele, Mackenzie Johnson, Cal Purcell, and Stephen Thompson on the top 5 on that restart. How much does the draft take an effect here?
It can make or break your race.
Really?
It can, but at the same time, it won't. The draft will work, it's just all about getting off of quarter exit a lot better than the guy that you're running.
Okay.
Pardon
All
me.
right.
I do apologize.
No, you're fine. Hakuna Matata. As that song is probably now going to get stuck in your head. Perfectly fine.
Would you actually believe me if I told you that was my high school graduation song?
Of course it was. You do sound like a little bit of a Looney Tune, but back in the pack just a little bit, the 401, the 581, and the 24, all battling for one position. As I say that, the 581 just, goodbye, see you later.
He said, I am checking out.
But
Slingshot
Clinton
engaged.
Clinton Chambers and Keith Williams are now battling side by side. Looks like that inside on fresher tires is the way to go. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely, 100%. And I've raced several league races here across trucks, ARCA, Xfinity, and Cup cars. And the bottom is really nice on fresh tires, but like I said early on, later on in the race, you are going to definitely want to be moving up a lane, a half a lane to a lane from the bottom, just to keep those tires at a decent temperature and not burning them up.
Currently watching Mark Dillon just pulling away once again.
I'm telling you, man, he's got the truck to beat tonight, and let's hope he can keep it up front all night long. I did notice that in the Discord, Mark Dillon is paying his respects to Dale Earnhardt Sr. this week, which marks the 21st anniversary, marks 21 years since we lost the late Dale Earnhardt Sr. at Daytona.
Yes. I can't believe it's already been
21 years.
Yeah. Drinking age already.
Right. Anybody that was born that year is now of legal drinking limit, and it's still not an easy one and not an easy death in the racing world to get over.
Battle for second here. Timothy Emanuele on the outside of Mackenzie Johnson. Had a really good run coming out of turn 4. Mackenzie Johnson's going to cut to the inside a little bit further. Emanuele's going to get right behind him. Thought he was going to stay up top and try to look for a run coming out of turn 2, but it was probably a smart idea to cut down in front of Kyle Purcell.
Oh, yeah. But you've got to be very careful with how you slide in, because that will... You can turn yourself off the front of these trucks, and you can do it easily. Oh, we got a close battle. Yes, we do, and we had one get bullied his way up to the top of the track by the 401, but that is perfectly fine. That's clean racing, and nobody got into the wall, nobody got hit, nobody got turned. We're good.
I don't know if Sheriff Mark Dillon's going a little bit slower, but it looks like they're catching him.
I'm thinking he's backing it off just a little bit just to save them tires, but I did notice he did have a decent almost 2.5 second gap on second place, and that has actually shrunk quite a bit.
Yeah, looking to almost about 0.6 right now.
Oh, wow. So I wonder if Mark might have just missed it. No pun intended, might have just missed his mark slightly. But
I do want to thank our sponsor for the race and the Pony Express guys. For Extreme Sim TV, Track Bar Media. If you need anything made media-wise, go look Track Bar Media up. And then for the Pony Express NASCAR for Amateurs, right on the back of Sheriff Mark Dillon's car, you see Burgert Farms. Tyler Burgert isn't here tonight, which is very upsetting because, he usually drives a really nice 44 truck and, runs a really nice clean race. But giving him a little bit of a shout out for being the sponsor of the league.
And it's looking like 5 through 9 is actually getting a blanket to where they could get it thrown on them.
Let's go back. Jess Chambers, Keith Williams, Kyle Purcell, Stephen Thompson, and Anthony Williams. And you weren't kidding. Look at that 401 in the 16. They are side by side, and I think he's going to lose a position, Kyle Purcell. Maybe a couple if Stephen Thompson goes right underneath him.
Oh, here they go. They are side by side going into turn 2. Can Kyle Purcell get the run off of turn 2 and get him down the backstretch going into turn 3?
Still a nice battle. I was kind of shocked that Kyle was going to hang on the outside there. Still there.
I'm very surprised Kyle is making that outside line run, and he got him coming to the line.
Well, could he also be burning up his tires doing this, trying to be we're going to go 3 wide here. 3 wide.
Yes, we are.
Turn 2.
And Kyle's got him cleared. What a beautiful move. What a beauuful move.
Yeah, here's the thing. You did that. Did you scrub a couple laps off those tires?
If you're in a tight battle like that, yeah, you're going to be burning off them tires pretty quick.
Our top 2 are pretty even together, dude.
Yeah, and it's looking like our top 2 have about a 3-car gap in between first and second, and a 2-car gap between second and third, while we have maybe 1.5, maybe 2 to third and fourth, and then everywhere else behind it's really starting to spread out. We're really starting to spread, and they're really starting to spread thin as this run goes on.
And I think right now we only have 1 car a lap down, and I think that's Terry Bauman.
Yeah, as we saw during the restart, and from what I heard over the race chat, is that his VR cut out on him before we went green. I can tell you, as a resident VR driver, it's not fun when your screen goes black.
All right, so let's run through the top 10. Sitting first, as all race he has, it is Sheriff Mark Dillon. Then right behind him, it is Mackenzie Johnson. Timothy Emanuele in 39, right behind Mackenzie Johnson in third. Marvin Clay in fourth. Jess Chambers in fifth. Stephen Thompson sixth. Kyle Purcell seventh. Anthony Williams in eighth. Daniel Keown in ninth. And Keith Williams is rounding out your top 10.
And so far, it's looking like our biggest mover is, I'm wanting to say it's the 47 of Timothy. I'm not going to get his name right again, but Timothy D is looking like he's going to be so far our biggest mover of the 12th from 21st.
All right, now we're starting to see some separation between Dillon and Johnson, or Dillon in the field. He's running that little bit higher of a line like you stated earlier in the race. Can you believe we're almost halfway through this race now?
I'm actually kind of shocked. We've had one caution, and it stayed green for a solid 25 laps, and we're almost 25 laps into this restart.
Mackenzie into the wall.
Oh, wow. Looks like he got loose again. Just like I said, when these tires start to wear off, and with this track temp, it is going to get slick. We're actually up another degree since the race start. We are now at 107 degrees. So what you're saying on the track temp.
The input lied when it said it was cloudy out.
I'm wanting to say so. But as we know, when the track gets hotter, it gets slicker.
Yes.
thanks to the grease. It gets greasy. It gets greasy after a while.
Which one? One or two? Like John Travolta or?
You know? That's a good question. I'll come back to you. We'll circle back around to that.
I just
circle back to that.
Mike's brain off everybody. That happened on lap 49.
Yeah, my brain just went...
It just went click.
He flipped the switch, everybody.
No, that's Back to the Future.
You got me. You got me. And it's looking like Timothy is trying to run down... I'm sorry, yes, he is trying to run down Mark Dillon, but at the same time, he does have Mackenzie Johnson trying to get back to that back bumper.
Currently on board with Sheriff Mark Dillon, looking for some stuff on the racetrack to go with. We have people hitting pit lane. There's Stephen Thompson, Kyle Purcell. I think it's a little early for pit stops.
They're running 25 laps, and with the heat on the track, I will not say it is early at all. Now, as far as their fuel loads, I don't know what kind of percentage of fuel they've got running. So, no, it's about right on par with the fuel run. So they're probably going in for fuel, or they are taking tires. And I would almost want to bet they are taking all four. They are taking tires and fuel.
Oh, I would think so. Now, here's the thing. Does this kind of force other people to have to come down pit road? Nami Lay on pit road now. Adrian Garcia Vigil on pit road.
Yes, it will definitely force the leaders to go into the pits. It's definitely getting people on their green flag pit cycles and definitely going to change the race. Oh, and it looks like we're going to have Marvin passing somebody. I didn't quite see who that was. Oh, that was Marvin and the 112 of Mackenzie Johnson, it looks like.
See, if they really want to gain a lot of time on Mark Dillon, I would say pull, Timothy Emanuele, Clay, Johnson, and Williams in like now, because those fresher tires are really going to help you out. And just staying out doing the exact same thing he's doing, you're really not going to gain anything. Jess Chambers, Daniel Keown, Timothy DeWart, Clinton Chambers, Sean Atkins, William Hogan, all on pit road.
And it looks like we got Marvin Clay and Mackenzie Johnson coming into the pits as well.
There we go.
Yeah.
There's what you're going to want to look for when everything cycles back out.
Oh, yeah, and like they say, the race is won or lost in the pits. So it's all about getting into your pit box and getting in there flawlessly with no mistakes, because the quicker you can get in and the cleaner you can get in, the cleaner and quicker you can get out.
Here comes Mark Dillon. Watching him right now. Nice, clean, little tire lockup on entry.
And that is normal here because of the way you have to enter pit road. You are susceptible to locking up, especially when you're coming off of turn 4 at speed to get that thing slowed down.
Best part about Mark Dillon, he's got the very first pit stall.
So he's got to drive all the way down to the end of pit lane, and then he's out quick.
And there he goes. Off and away. And he has lost the lead for the first time tonight to Sean Thompson. Kyle Purcell sitting in second, and Sheriff Mark Dillon's actually going to drop down to the third position.
The way Mark has been running all night, there's no doubt in my mind that he can get that lead back, because he has been driving that thing like it has been on a rail all night long.
Oh, he 100% has, but the thing is, catching somebody is different than passing somebody.
Oh, absolutely, because it's all about being smooth on corner entry and off. Because like I said, we've already seen a couple of guys tonight get loose coming off of 2 because they're just getting a little too aggressive.
Yep.
On the throttle when they're coming off of 2.
Now I will say, Dillon is putting down some really good laps. Fastest lap of the race, 31.1.
Actually, so far, well, yeah, you're right. You are right. I do take that back.
It shows up purple on my overlay helper screen.
Yep, 31.184.
He hauled the mail, and he's gotten to about 2 seconds from Thompson, who is your leader, and is being caught by Kyle Purcell.
And I've noticed since Mark Dillon has come out, he had a fairly large gap to shrink down, and he has done that in the matter of 2, not 3, but 2 laps. He has cut into that gap. I'm saying within the next 2 to 3 laps, he will be back in the lead. And I'm going to go back here because it looks like we have got a battle for 4th, 5th, and 6th on our hands with Mackenzie Johnson, Jess Chambers, and Timothy Emanuele.
Oh, boy. 581 goes about midway up the track. Very wide Kentucky is.
That is very true. Kentucky is wide.
Look at the damage on the 112 right behind the right rear tire. That is completely caved in.
And that's probably from when he got loose that first couple of times and got into the wall just ever slightly. Now, early on in the race.
Oh boy.
Let's see here.
Mark Dillon has put himself into second place, passing Kyle Purcell.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Within the next 2 to 3 laps, he was going to be in the lead. I'm saying he's going to have the lead here coming off turn 4. He is just a rocket ship tonight. Oh my gosh, he got a solid run going into turn 3. Here he goes. He's diving to the inside in turn 4. He's going to have him coming off. Mark Dillon, new leader.
Kind of passed him like he was stopped there.
I was about to say, it looks like the 24, Stephen Thompson, just was standing still. Man, Mark Dillon is fast tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, some people a couple weeks ago labeled him the mailman, Mark Dillon, for putting those 2 wins together in a row. But the mailman, to my knowledge, is Carl Malone. And I like Sheriff Mark Dillon better.
I think I like the Sheriff Mark Dillon a lot more than the mailman, because anytime I hear a mailman, I'm just like you. I just think Carl Malone, baby.
Now, the thing is, he is putting fast times down, but he's the most consistent driver on the racetrack as well.
Oh, yeah, and that's what I've noticed, and this being my first time seeing him run, he has a very, very good consistency about him when it's coming to these tires, because he was running them down and just turning out laps like they were nobody's business. So he's really consistent. He's fast, but yet I've noticed he is conservative.
Gonna put the... What was it, the 048? That's Richard Hurst, another lap down. Bottom right corner, you see his driver inputs.
And who is this again? I am so sorry.
The bottom right corner, the driver input is our leader, Sheriff Mark Dillon.
Oh, Mark Dillon. Okay.
This is on the broadcast. I don't think you can see it.
Oh, I can see his. I can see his steering wheel input, but that's about it.
Got a little loose there at the save.
And that is typical here at Kentucky. Like I said, this place will get hot. It will get greasy. And most drivers do like a loose truck or a loose car, truck, whatever they're running at the start of the race. Or as the race goes on, oh my gosh, he has just pulled away from the 24. He has I want to say he has a solid, maybe, gosh, I want to say he's got a solid almost 5 seconds, it looks like, on second place.
Almost 4.
Oh, wow.
Almost 4.
I just now noticed that Anthony Williams is a fellow Okie. So I applaud you, sir. I applaud you, sir. It's good to see some Okies running in these leagues, man. That makes me happy.
So you're gonna have to mute your mic for this, but
I'm perfectly fine for that.
Let's go to Crank It Up. Everybody, we are back. Hopefully you enjoyed the Crank It Up, powered by the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. And man, you haven't known what you have missed, as English is not my first forte. Oh, Mike, hopefully you're still there. Hopefully you've unmuted yourself, able to get a drink and everything.
Yeah.
Hopefully you've had fun tonight, even though we're watching Mark Dillon completely mollywop the field.
Hey, man, He's driving the brakes off that thing. I'll tell you what.
He's got almost a 5.5 second lead.
Wow, yeah, he is just putting on a clinic tonight on these guys, man.
There on your bottom right of your screen is the pit strategy stint length. The longest person within the top 10 is both Kyle Purcell and Stephen Thompson, as I think they were the first two drivers to hit the road. And Purcell is sitting nice, P3 still, but Thompson's really starting to fade all the way down to 7th.
And it looks like we had our second place truck with Stephen Thompson into the pit.
Yeah. I feel like I did that at a good time.
Great timing.
Yeah, he just hit his pit box, hit his marks. Very good. Adrian Garcia Vigil is also on pit road. He's entering pit. And we're about 25 laps to the completion of this race.
This is a really good race so far. I've thoroughly enjoyed my time up here watching this race. It's reminds me of Sundays, baby.
Sean Purcell and Clinton Chambers also entering pit road. And Mark Dillon still extending his lead to almost 6 seconds now.
Yeah, before too long, we're going to see the sheriff coming in for his second round of green flag stops. So hopefully he can get in and get back out quick.
Well, with how much he stayed out last time, he might not have to take a full tank of fuel as well. I would suggest, this is, hindsight, knowing how everything happens in the world of racing. I would take a little more fuel because there are 2 attempts at a green-white checkered.
That would be smart. That would actually be very smart. I didn't even realize we were going to have 2 attempts at the green-white checkered. That is awesome.
If there are cautions, obviously.
That is very true. Hopefully we don't see one. But you never know. Late stage racing gets kind of hairy and it gets good.
So for everybody watching, thank you for sticking with us. This is Extreme Sim TV. If you haven't yet, hit that like button. It very much helps out the channel with the algorithm. YouTube really loves their analytics. And subscribe to the channel for all things Pony Express NASCAR for amateurs. Ninja Capola, Nerds Do Nerd Things, Extreme Sim TV, and with me tonight it is Revline Racing's GT driver, NASCAR driver, Mike Robinson. Trying to give you a nice plug all the time, and here comes Sheriff Mark Dillon.
Oh, is Mark? We got Mark going down pit lane. We do.
He's gonna give up the lead. I think it's safe to say that he's led most laps tonight.
Yes, it is very safe to say that he has led the most laps tonight, and we have the Okie and Anthony. What is it? Anthony Williams. Oh, good Lord, Anthony Williams on pit road as well. And right now, Timothy Emanuele is actually leading the race.
He is, and he's going to stay out for another lap. He's running the danger of running too long. Mark Dillon has left pit road.
I'm going to say right now, Emanuele is probably going to be coming in either this lap or the next lap.
Hey, sometimes you got to stay out, because if you do the same thing as the leader, you're just going to sit in the same spot. I think he was kind of hoping to start putting people a lap down and a caution coming out.
Yeah, and as a driver as well, that's kind of what we hope for, and sometimes, but most of the time we're wanting this thing to run green.
Yeah, because you have to do something different. If you want to run second, third, or somewhere in the field, that's your prerogative. But if you want to try to win this race, you got to do something that puts you in the position to win the race.
Oh, 150%.
Hey,
And I'll say this, the caution...
Oh, I said that. Here he comes.
Oh, yeah, there you go. There you go. And sometimes those cautions can be very, very, very beneficial to the driver as well, because it gives them a chance to catch their breath, settle down a little bit, clear their mind just before they go back green. And that little break, it's definitely worth wanting to have.
Mark Dillon making a pass for third here. That's Mark Dillon versus Kyle Purcell with 13 laps to go.
And I'm pretty sure that right there puts Mark Dillon back in first place.
It does. And I think he might have one of the freshest tires in the field here, so probably going to start pulling away.
So far, we've got Mark Dillon, Kyle Purcell, and Steven Thompson still fighting each other for that first place spot.
Not for long. We've seen.
No, you're right. Not for long.
We've seen the battles all night, and then out of nowhere, Mark Dillon is like, "All right, slingshot, engage, goodbye."
I have noticed he has been channeling his inner Ricky Bobby this whole race, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it.
But for everybody, since we're looking at about 15 laps to go, 16 laps to go, as we're watching the 16 of Kyle Purcell. A little later on tonight, it is the Sim 500 Truck Series Midnight Thunder. Green flag looking at about 11 o'clock. Stick with us. Not till then. It'll be a different video, but come back to Extreme Sim TV on YouTube and, enjoy a little bit of Midnight Thunder.
So where are they running at tonight? Daytona, correct?
I'm gonna make the check.
I gotta make them do work, guys.
They are Rockingham.
Oh, I love the Rock. That's gonna make an insane race for tonight, guys.
Put it down there, pal. I heard it. I heard it go ding. Your sandwich didn't do it. That definitely did.
Oh, yeah. The thing about Rockingham is that place is bumpy. But it's always, always, always made for some good racing. Kyle Purcell is keeping that gap to Mark Dillon somewhat manageable, but after a while, I don't think he's going to be able to manage that gap very well.
I mean, within the last couple laps, it's gone for about, being right on Mark Dillon's bumper to being almost a second and a half back.
Oh, yeah. I hate to say it, but I think after tonight, Mark Dillon's going to have a new nickname in the Smooth Operator.
Continuing to hold serve at about almost a second and a half.
Oh yeah, because third place is quite a ways behind him. So and with Mark Dillon coming across the line, that should put us at about, I want to say, 11 laps to go.
Yeah, that's what we're at. He's going to cut underneath the 0-4 and put him very quickly in the rear view mirror. So, after this race, please stick around for interviews with our top 3 drivers, if we can get a hold of them. We always get a hold of Sheriff Mark Dillon if he still finishes within his top 3. I fully expect him to. But stick with us for interviews following tonight's feature event. Are you surprised on how dominant a truck could be at Kentucky by any chance?
Not really. If you got a phenomenal driver like I've been seeing in Mark Dillon, he's wheeling that thing, man. Honestly, in my opinion, this is probably the best I've ever seen a truck actually run around this place in the 4 or 5 years that I've been on iRacing.
Less than 10 laps to go with about 32 seconds. We're looking at this race being over in about 3.5 minutes.
Oh yeah, I've noticed this race has gone by really fast. One caution all night, and I hope to God I didn't just jinx it.
We will be finishing this race if it goes green just at the hour mark. That's insane.
We should.
But there's our leader, Mark Dillon, in a little bit of traffic. 6 laps to go. Those lap cars are the only ones around him. None of them obviously are on the lead lap now. Kyle Purcell, 2 seconds back. Stephen Thompson, about 5.5 seconds back.
Yeah, and from watching Mark, he is navigating this lap traffic better than I could have. He's making quick work and dispatching these lap cars pretty quick.
Little bit of a battle between these lap cars and Sheriff Mark Dillon. That 864 stuck it to him along the outside. That is Jay Smart putting himself back on the lead lap. Oh boy, that gap has shrunk. That gap has shrinked completely. We're looking at about 1.25 seconds between first and second place now.
Oh yeah, this lap traffic, like I said, it can play a big factor in how this race turns out.
There's damage on the front of that vehicle, of that 3 truck.
It shouldn't be too much to slow him down, but I think what's really slowing him down right now is trying to fight through this lap traffic as we see a slower truck in front of him and the 864 just running slightly off pace. But I have a good feeling about Mark Dillon's run, man.
Yeah, we're coming to 2 laps to go. Ooh, thought he was gonna go kiss the wall there. Dual popsicle sticks up in the air for the race.
Now the question is, can Mark Dillon get around the 867 of Jay Smart and keep that gap on Kyle Purcell? Because as we come, we have 1.5 laps to go, and we will be coming to the white flag this time by, and it looks like Mark got by him ever so slightly, but we got a lap car up at the top, so we'll see how this works for Mark Dillon.
Ooh. Had to cut underneath Richard Hurst. White flag in the air.
This could get hairy, guys. Let's sit back and let's enjoy it, because Kyle Purcell is coming with a head of steam. He's trying to get around the lap traffic.
Stuck, and he gets caught with lap traffic.
And Kyle gets into the wall. And that is going to seal it up for Mark Dillon as the checkered flag is in the air.
Mark Dillon is going to win at Kentucky. Kyle Purcell is going to come home second. See who crossed the line there for third.
I need you to clear the radio real quick. Sean Purcell, Kyle Purcell, I need you.
Ooh, Timothy Emanuele crosses the line in third. Just getting by Stephen Thompson.
Oh, did he snake by him?
Yeah, he did. What an amazing race, Mike. What an absolutely amazing race. So everybody stick with us as we are gonna get ready for our post-race interviews. As I'm in the wrong chat, number one. Number two, probably should get back to this one. Might be helpful, AJ. And there is your winning truck. That is Mark Dillon. He's probably going to bring it back to the start-finish line and burn it down.
Yes, sir, he is, and he did that three truck justice tonight for Dale Senior, and I bet you he is having a ball doing them donuts. Donuts.
Spit it out, Junior.
I did kind of sound like a Porky Pig there, didn't I?
We're waiting for people to show up in the waiting room to be interviewed here tonight. Let's talk to our third place finisher, Timothy Emanuele.
All righty.
Timothy Emanuele finished third. Dude, coming to the line, didn't know if you were gonna beat out Thompson, but boy, you edged him out by a nose. What are your thoughts coming to the line there?
Man, I was prepared to get used up, and I was prepared to use him up, but big shout out to Steven there for racing me clean coming to the line. Definitely had the adrenaline going there coming to the white flag. I was like, got this last lap to do it. We're going to do it. And when we got to turn 3, it's my last chance right here. I tried to channel my inner Carl Edwards back in the day and, just drive in there way too deep. But luckily it's stuck, and he brushed out a little wide, and we were able to drag race to the line. So, again, thank you to Steven for racing me clean there coming to the line. I was, like I said, I was 100% prepared to get used up and prepared to use him up if it came down to it.
It was a very awesome race between, only having one caution, a lot of passing. And just give us your thoughts on the race in general. How'd the truck feel tonight?
Yeah, it was definitely nice to be able to get green flag run-ins all the way to, fuel running out and all that. Truck was really stable. As the tires started to wear, it got a little tight, but if you could adjust for that, it was perfect. Like, balance was great. I found it pretty easy to drive all night, and you could race hard when you needed to without having to use it up too much, and then when you needed to save, you could and still be able to maintain. So it was just perfect all around.
Yeah.
Now, I do have a question to ask you, and it's about the truck. Was it greasy out there tonight?
It was in practice, but I didn't feel like it was during the race. I felt like there was a ton of grip out there where you needed it.
Because at the end of the race, and the reason why I ask is I'm looking at it, it was 110 degrees, up 7 degrees from what we were at race start. Because I saw a couple of guys get a little squirrely off of 2 and a couple of guys get squirrely off of 3, but they were able to manage to save it. That's the only reason I asked about how it felt tonight on with it being as hot as it was.
Yeah, like I said, it felt fine to me. I felt like I had plenty of grip whenever I put the throttle down. I didn't feel the rear end step out. I don't know if it's just my driving style or what, but I don't know. Like I said, it felt perfect to me. I'd gladly do this every week if we could.
All right, dude. Well, you got any sponsors to thank? Anybody?
Yeah, I want to give a big shout out to Mark and the guys for all part of Pony Express putting this together. I got a great group of guys here to race with. Burgard Farms for sponsoring the league as well. And I got to give a big shout out to my guys over at BTDY for sponsoring the truck from here on out for the rest of the season. Thanks to all of them making all this possible, putting on a great show. Hopefully we put on a great show for you guys. And big shout out to you guys for the broadcast every week. It's greatly appreciated.
Hey, with races like this, it's kind of hard not to want to be here.
I was glad I could be part of that show and excitement there at the end for y'all.
All right, let's go talk to our race winner. Thank you, Timothy. See you next week at Gateway.
All right, I look forward to it. See y'all then.
Let's talk to our race winner. Mark, I'm starting to think we just need to keep you up in the broadcast booth at all times.
Yeah, I don't know. I've broadcast before. I don't like doing it anymore.
Okay, so was this mollywhopping planned, or did you just realize it in practice like you got a fast bleeping truck?
Well, I realized in practice that I was fast for one lap. I've always liked Kentucky. It suits my driving style. But I honestly, so obviously there's a lot of us in Discord chatting, shooting the bull during the races. And I even when I got the pole, I told these guys that I was only fast for one lap. We've got some guys like Stephen Thompson and Timothy Emanuele who are very, very good at saving tires. And Stephen qualified on the outside pole. So I honestly expected one of those two to win tonight. I think the only thing that helped me was that the race stayed green. Other than that one caution, I was able to put my strategy into play, and it worked out.
And I was talking with AJ about this during the race, and you said that you were fast over one lap. I'm going to have to, I hate to say it, but I'm going to call BS on that one. You were fast all night, man. From the start, from the drop of the green flag, it looked like you were just fired out of a cannon, man. You stayed up there all night, and it looked like you were saving tires a lot better than the rest of the field because, boy, when you checked out, AJ, he had, almost a 6-second lead at one point over the rest of the field?
Yeah, if not or more.
Yeah, so we have stage points, and we had that first caution on lap 25 right before everybody was about to pit. So I knew, I'm going to take tires, and then I can't save anymore. I'm going to have to just run these things off for 12 laps, try to win this stage, get some bonus points. And I was able to do that, and it didn't hurt me because everybody else was doing the same thing, running their stuff off, trying to get those bonus points. And then later on in the race, like I said, I've learned a lot racing with Stephen Thompson and Timothy Emanuele. I've learned that you got to save tires in order to beat those guys. And so, yeah, I just really had to restrain myself and lift a little bit early in all the corners. And I knew that if I was a 1/10 of a second faster, if I lifted to run the same lap time as everybody else, then I wouldn't lose anything and I'd save my tires.
Well, you did a dead-gum good job at doing it, and you put it in victory lane for Senior, and man, you put on a Dale Senior type clinic tonight. I'll tell you that was really fun to watch.
It was good. It was fun. Definitely a great race.
So what do you got for Gateway next week?
Oh, man. So it's been a long time since I've done Gateway. Back in the day, we used to run a lot of the official Truck Series races. So it's probably been 4 or 5 years since I've seen Gateway. I don't know if I have anything. And obviously week to week, who knows when real life comes into play. And you might miss a race or two. But yeah, hopefully we can get there. Obviously Gateway's going to be a short track, but should be good.
All right, well, same bat time, same bat place here on Extreme Sim TV. Next Friday around 8:30, we will be going live for the NASCAR for Amateurs. Mark Dillon, thank you for joining us in the booth for your interview, and congratulations on your win. What is this, 3 in a row or 3 out of 4?
3 out of 4, yeah.
Oh, boy. You were just worried about locking yourself in the chase, not actually, blowing everybody out of the water. But, dude, congratulations once again on your win.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for stepping up and doing the broadcast when Matt couldn't make it tonight. We appreciate it.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Once I figured out how to use this overlay thing, yeah. But, all right, dude.
It's not quite like Monday nights. These trucks just turn left.
Yeah, left, right, up, down. No, this is just left.
Yeah, little boring compared to Monday nights.
I don't know. It was not boring at all tonight.
I will second that. It was not boring at all.
Well, we definitely appreciate you guys putting on this show tonight.
All right,
Good job,
dude.
AJ.
Well, see you later, Sheriff Mark Dillon. And Mike, let's close her out.
Alrighty.
All right. Well, I'm AJ Capola for Extreme Sim TV and the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. With me tonight, for the first time ever in an Extreme Sim TV broadcast booth, that was Mike Robinson. Mike, real fast, tell everybody where they can find you and what you do on iRacing real fast.
You guys can find me over on Twitter at Revline_Mike. You can find me on Facebook under the same thing. Actually, I take that back. You won't find me under the same thing on Facebook. I'll have to actually post that in the chat later for anybody that goes to watch it. I do a lot of the GT stuff. I do all the roadside stuff over for Revline, and race dirt here and there, and definitely run all the NASCAR stuff. So hopefully you guys will get to see me in action here very, very, very soon.
All right, and Matt, thank you for joining the booth and giving me like the little pat in the back, but we are closing up shop for the NASCAR for Amateurs Truck Series. Look for us.
Don't forget to turn the refrigerator off. The beer in the refrigerator.
Next Friday, 8:30 for the Gateway race. But it's been very fun. The race was won by Sheriff Mark Dillon. Can't wait for Gateway next week. So see you guys there. Until then, peace out, everybody.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.